Welcome back, my Inner Circle listeners. I'm so excited for you to join us following that absolutely delicious cliffhanger that we had last time. Our adventurers went to Hollywood, found the shining streets, the bright lights, and Kit had the performance of his lifetime to date, possibly only second to the day that he met his beautiful bride. And in that moment of glory, coming down off of the ecstasy of a performance well done and a crowd so happy and buzzing, everyone realized that someone was missing. The one guy man, our beloved friend and bodyguard who had joined us through this adventure, seemingly disappeared from existence. We have heard rumors before of people disappearing from momentum, and people not remembering people that were there before. This just happens to be the first instance where our adventurers had to deal with it on a personal level. But enough about that. I won't talk too much on people that aren't even remembered. Instead, we're going to jump into our next adventure. Tonight, we join the crew as they get to their next city, a coastal town called Senien. I won't speak too much because obviously we're going to jump in and get some awesome descriptions. And tonight we get to hear a recap from our doctor. So without further ado, my dear listeners, buckle up. I hope you're ready for the next installment in Momentum. Alrighty guys, welcome back to the table. Everyone excited? Coming off of such an amazing game last time.
Yes, it was.
Awesome.
We are one person down at the table. They will be missed. Our guest star has to fly the coop, so to speak, as a flightless bird. But we had a good time, and you guys had a blast in Hollywood, the shining streets of gold.
Well, some of us did.
Whatever, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The show, getting to see the Hollywood sign, all the fun things. And then to end on such a note, our friend, our dear guy man, who, as far as everyone's concerned, is not a thing.
So weird, mysterious.
Dun, dun, dun. I will not go and do my crunchy one just yet. I would actually love, I know I spoke with you, Justin. We're going to get a sort of recap from the doctor, similar to we've gotten from the other ones. I would love to turn the mic over to you really quickly, and then we can kind of get started.
Sure. My dearest Jasper, I have seen the fiery pits of what comes after, and its name is Hollywood. Even through my natural hate for the place, I will admit to you that it has dazzled me, exhausted me, and made me miss you more fiercely than usual. Where do I even begin with this improbable tale of mine? The Starlight offered Kit and Kat a headline spot with Dendrick attaching the usual poison to the gift. He wants Bang Bang folded into their act, less out of care than convenience. I dislike him even more now. Bang Bang, however, is a wonder. Before the show, he gave Kit a rare, valuable kazoo, which seems ridiculous written down, but somehow felt sincere and important in the moment. Harkin and I finally got a lead on the explosion and smoke we saw at Momentum's camp. She took me to a mystic she knows, and we learned the fire and smoke were illusory magic. A cover for whatever really happened. So now we know someone staged what we saw. Tibbity, meanwhile, learned the people shadowing Momentum may be the Chain Cut family, goblin rogues for hire and nasty business. Then there was Guy Man, the enormous escort bodyguard who swore, I think, that he was the offspring of a minotaur and a seahorse. He showed us all over Hollywood. Kit and Kat danced atop the Hollywood sign, which was absurdly romantic. Kit also managed to use the, apparently, famous golden toilet at the Jade Palace. At the palace, beneath that looming dragon image, I had the distinct feeling we were being watched. Harkin's patron was none too pleased to be there either. Kit's show at the Starlight went beautifully, and Bang Bang was excellent. Most important to me, though, I noticed something new in Kat's episodes. A resonance, a real one, as if something unseen is striking a hidden note in her, and her body is forced to answer. It's the first meaningful clue I've had in years, and I'm trying not to let my curiosity outrun my care. After all of it, Guy Man vanished. not just left, vanished. No one who dealt with him other than ourselves remembered him at all. It's as if he had never been there. This town truly is a wonder of glamour, lies, beauty, pretension, and absurdly bright spaces. These are the areas I truly loathe the most, not because of their ostentatious nature, but the fact that the brighter the room, the more I notice you're not in it. Yours always, Linus.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff happened last couple of games, guys. We went to Hollywood. Kit, you had an amazing time.
It was the performance of the century.
You were so good, my love.
We were. It was you, a bang bang.
It was-
My goodness, you were awesome.
Yes, and the word of your performance in Hollywood has spread. You were in Hollywood for 3 nights. You performed all 3 nights. And then you packed up and headed towards your next location where we have just arrived, which is the city of Senien, another coastal city. And in that time, word has spread of this performance. The city is buzzing with the newest performer from Momentum. People are excited now for the newness of the people that have been brought in this year, especially because it was such a small group of you that was brought in. If these 3 that performed so well and caused such a stir are at their very first stop, what else is to come, right? So you guys have made your way. How is everybody feeling coming off that ending? I mean, you guys bonded with Guy, and now, as far as anyone's concerned, he doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I barely even remember he was here.
But the toilet, my love.
Oh my God, I do remember that. It was the best experience of my life.
Would there be anything specific that you guys would maybe do think coming off of that? I guess I'm asking, not just reactionary, but what would that maybe stir, especially because like we started this epic tale, you guys have heard rumors, but you've never seen it. This is now fact in front of you.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the doctor at least is like completely confused, wanting to know if he's going maybe a little like senile. Did he dream this, or like is it like actually real? And I think like he squares it away as being like okay, that's something for another time, like type of deal. But is definitely curious.
My biggest question is, everyone lost their memory of this person. Why were we not affected?
Right. Why just us?
An interesting question. So anyways, we get to Senien. Beautiful coastal city. There's a couple days travel between Hollywood and Senien. Senien is very similar to Comfe, where you guys started. Not quite as large as Comfe, but again, a coastal city. The difference here in Senien is that it is a city entirely made up of craftsmen, performers, artisans, if you will. People who work with their hands, people who are tradesmen, people who are sort of that salt of the earth, artists, woodworkers, those sorts of things. They flock to the city of Senien. It's also a vast melting pot of people from all over. Because it kind of started with traveling artists, it's filled with people that sort of landed there in the sense of like, I'm going to liken it to where we're originally from back in Florida, and that the city we're from is like on the way to everything. And so you end up having a lot of people that land there from other places. It is large, not near as large as Hollywood, and definitely a little bit smaller than the capital city of Comfe, but it is still large. Instead of being built sort of into the cliffs like Comfe or in a valley like Hollywood, Senien is down. You guys have sort of traversed, not quite up a mountain, but up an escalation of sorts. And then the city goes down to the beach. So the bigger, newer areas are at the top at the beginning of the city. And then the older, different areas where you have like market stalls and things like that are down towards the coast itself. There are 3 specific areas I think you guys will be interested in. There is a less savory part of town where you kind of have a black market of sorts, where some of the different families that are known for more roguish tendencies congregate, so to speak. There is a salt cavern that is known for its hot springs. It's said to have healing properties, the springs themselves, and you can actually collect minerals from the caverns that can be used in different spells, or some people travel all over for that salt. Think of it like a Himalayan salt kind of thing for cooking or things like that. There is also a small jazz club known for its live music, and they, in more recent years, have become known for paint performances where they have a bard performer and some sort of bard painter, sketcher, etc. At the same time, and it's supposed to be a wild time, super exciting. So those are sort of just the 3 places I will give you. But I would love to take a little bit of an insight. I'm going to start over at our newlyweds, especially coming off of last game. How are you guys feeling?
I'm feeling like those hot springs got our name written all over them.
You do deserve.
We do. We got hot soak.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And Kit, you guys made a couple short stops on the way here, like little villages without much name. Everywhere you went, people were excited to meet you. And, Kat, you finally got to see, don't get me wrong, you love your husband, but he does tend to sort of pomp and fuss about.
Absolutely.
Now, though, it's becoming much more so, more of a reality. You are actually finding fangirls. You're actually finding groups of people everywhere you're going because they heard of the performance at the Starlight.
Definitely signing anything anybody brings up to me.
And your baby.
Definitely sign for babies' foreheads, tons of them.
Got the kiss stamp like in Bugs Bunny where you just like hit him on the head.
And I feel like I would also be diddling all the time with that kazoo. Like especially when I get a crowd of fans coming up around me, I'll pull it out of my shirt, my jacket pocket, and obnoxiously play it, and they all love it for some reason.
Yeah.
Even though it literally is just a kazoo, there's no special fancy sounds coming out of it. It's
No, not a special kazoo at all. It's just a fancy one that Bang Bang brought you. It was shiny. What about you, Kat? How are you feeling?
I'm just standing back and watching, adoring, letting him take it all in.
And, Kat, I'm going to take a second there. As you're sort of staring at your husband, you've been feeling a little different lately, especially after that sort of pang in your chest from the Jade Palace, the end of the performance. You can't quite put your finger on it. You're kind of attesting it maybe to everything coming true, all of these things. But as you're sort of just a little bit further back from, your husband never being too far, but just a little, you stare at his face and you're going to get a bit of a flashback here. Something that you don't think is your memory, but it feels like it. It feels like when you were younger and you would miss pockets of time and you would get them sort of later. And in this little snippet, you see your husband, except for this time he's in the bed that you share, laid down, all curled up around a pillow, snuggled in, doing his little snores that you love so much.
Holding his kazoo.
Cradling the kazoo. And almost like sort of watching a camera, or like in this case, a memory, like I said, it pans across to the window of the cabin that you guys share. And you see the outside of Momentum. And as I've explained before, the sky in Momentum mirrors the outside. And when you focus on it, you can see it. So the visage focuses on the sky and you see a full moon. And you just sort of feel this calm wash over you. And you step closer to the window. You end up pushing open the big sort of sat window with the seat and everything that you guys changed in your cabin. And you step out into that little waterfalled area where you've now started putting herbs, and you feel your hand run across some of them, but your eyes stay on the moon, and you just feel so focused on that. In the last couple of seconds of this memory, you feel your hand reach up towards it, but it doesn't look like your hand. And then you sort of snap back into place, and Kit's finishing signing something and turning back to you.
Definitely some old geezer, blue-haired. We'll say it's a furball signing her chest.
Well, as you're signing it, you see me kind of lose my balance a little. Like I'm kind of a little woozy, which is very unlike your graceful wife.
I imagine there's quite a crowd around me.
Yes, but it's okay because Bang Bang is like the Velcro baby you never wanted. And he very easily, just with one hand, sort of like places it and steadies you.
Thank you, Bang Bang. Just got a little warm. There's a lot of going on.
Oh, pretty kitty, okay?
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay.
And Bang Bang starts patting around. He's got this like big satchel he always kind of keeps on his like belt or such. And he like opens it, and you see him take out like some finger cymbals. There's like another couple of kazoos, like some little things. But then he takes out like a water satchel.
Oh,
and he says like,
it's like nothing that makes noise.
No, pretty kitty. No.
Water's good. Yeah. Maybe I'm just a little dehydrated. I'm fine.
Oh, pretty kitty need rest.
Oh no. I'll be okay.
Okay. Bang Bang stay with pretty kitty.
Okay.
And you get to kind of see this interaction.
I'm trying to like get through the masses here, but they're just sorry, excuse me. I'll keep signing as I'm trying to get through whatever. I'll give a little toot on the kazoo, push pass, and I'll make it over to him. Are you everything okay, my love?
Yes, darling. I'm just not as used to the fandom.
It's weird. I mean, I always knew it was going to be like this, but I didn't know it'd be happening
just
this fast.
Overcome with excitement for you.
Yeah, it is exciting.
It is.
You know, the hot springs. You guys ready to go like relax and?
Ooh.
Good for pretty kitty. Pretty kitty tired. Take to hot spring.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Sure.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. And Bang Bang's kind of put his two big ham hands behind the two of you as more of like in his head, it's almost like when he grabs your hands, like it's like a toddler-esque motion. But as he kind of does this, like the crowd kind of sees it and they're just like, oh, okay. Don't go near the giant.
That man guy would have been man guy. What that person that no
was
one
he even really here?
I don't know, but I wish he was at the moment. Real nice. I don't know. He'd probably be just as distracted.
I don't think he stole from me, do you?
I don't know. Honestly, maybe.
Okay. We'll come back to that. I'm going to pan over to my other players. Were any of those two places sort of interesting to you guys or anything specifically? Keep in mind, Senien, again, is this sort of artisan town. So there are many marketplaces, many of like different artisan stalls. If you're looking for anything specific, you can definitely find it here. So anything that kind of speaks to either of you guys.
I mean, I think the doctor would probably be looking for like restocking a lot of his herbs and stuff like that. And the salt caverns are especially curious to him as he's heard that they might have potential magical and maybe medical properties associated with them. So hitting up the stalls for restock and then probably going to the caverns.
Absolutely. I'm going to say a little bit before that, probably in the morning, about the same time that they were coming out of Momentum and getting mobbed by fan people. Just before the doctor actually leaves his cabin, you kind of hear just a knock on the door.
Yeah. All right. He kind of like waddles over. Hey, who is it?
It's me, Doctor. It's Harkin. I apologize. I know that it's early.
Oh, no, that's fine. I get up much earlier than the sun comes up, believe me. Oh, hold on. You kind of hear like click, watch, click, like 4 or 5 different locks, and then finally opens up. Hello, how are you?
Good morning, Doctor. I was hoping that you might accompany me, and I thought maybe perhaps it would interest you, but I intend to go to the salt caverns this afternoon. I've been to Senien before, and it has helped my legs a little bit. And I just thought of you because it sounded like something that might interest you. So I thought I'd stop before I sort of headed into town.
Oh, well, that sounds lovely. I would very much enjoy a tour guide, as it were.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very easy to get lost in Senien, but it's less overstimulating than Hollowwood.
Oh, well, as long as there's that. Please, I think I'm ready. If you don't mind, lead the way.
Absolutely. And she's going to do that thing on her arcane wheelchair again, where she sort of like puts the steps on the back and like there's a place for your like bag this time. Like she's prepared.
I'll hop up, just start riding on the back.
Oh, yeah. So you guys kind of set off. Are there any specific vendors? I know you said to kind of restock. There's obviously different herb vendors and like you see a lot of ingredient stalls. Like you've got like cured meat. You've got like different dried herb mixes. Again, artisan town, so you've got like a lot of cooks and things like that. But you have no shortage of trying to find any sort of like restock for your medicine or items like that.
Yeah, nothing specific. I think just like generic stuff. I am going to try to find a couple of maybe newer leaves to make tinctures out of, based specifically on what I sort of saw from Kat or talked to Kat about as far as like her condition and trying different things out.
Sure.
So other than that, it's just kind of the usual fare.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me let's do either instinct or knowledge, whichever you prefer.
Said instinct or knowledge, huh?
Yep, whichever one you would prefer.
Definitely instinct. And that is going to be a 7 with fear.
We're not off to a good start.
No.
I was trying so hard with the new dice. It really was.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
It's okay.
It's a me problem, I think.
It's okay. So I'll say that you aren't really able to see much. It's a different kind of overstimulating here. So where Hollowwood, it was sort of like everything is bright and shiny and glitzy and fake. Here, it's more like being in the midst of like a Middle Eastern spice market. You've got like I've got tincture leaves, I've got this, I've got like, it's just a lot of like that.
Right.
I am going to say that luckily Harkin's with you. So what she's going to do is she kind of gets through the masses pretty quickly and takes you guys to a different section of the market at the beginning of Senien. And then I can find my other D12 because I'm rolling for Harkin, not for me. Double nines. Sure, why not?
Awesome. Love that for you.
Yeah, I love that for Harkin. She basically takes you through the first section of the market and into an older section. She takes you what almost feels like down a dark alley, and then you realize that there's like hanging herbs here. And she manages kind of up the ramp into a smaller one, a much smaller storefront, but it's like actually built into one of the buildings rather than just being a tent stall. And she's like I said, it's a little overstimulating in a different way than Hollowwood, but not as bad. I come here often. The gentleman who owns it is an older orc. He used to have some ties to a not so fun family that lives here, but has since sort of swayed his way out and focused more so on the herbs and such he prefers. And he's very good about keeping things aside for me.
Oh, that's fantastic. You know, you judge a person on who they are, not who they were, right?
Agreed.
Speaking of people and who they are and who they were, have you found anything else out about our, let's call it revelation in Hollowwood?
I haven't managed to find much. Unfortunately, the sort of magic that the madam was speaking of, well, it's pretty prevalent in Momentum. You know, illusionary magic, performers. It's a bit like a needle in a haystack.
That's what I thought as well. I'm not really good with the arcane myself, but I haven't been able to ferret anything out, as it were. But I do appreciate the diligence and, of course, taking me here to this fine establishment. Do I see the orc?
Yeah. as you guys enter, think of this sort of similarly to in Harry Potter when they enter Ollivander's, the front area though, not like with the long shelves and whatnot. It's small, it's narrow, but you immediately feel better as soon as you step in here. It smells just herbaceous, it's quiet. There's like an armchair and a cup of like cooling tea behind the counter. You could tell the orc was probably sitting there a few moments ago. There's actually like a big fat tabby cat now like curled up in the chair. And you do see behind the orc gentleman a large wall of like those pull-out drawers of different like herbs and such. The orc himself is pretty standard orc, tall, gray-green skin. He has one tusk coming upwards from his mouth. And one thing that you notice that is interesting is he does have a closed third eye on his forehead. Wearing plain clothes, he's got his sleeves sort of rolled up, and you do see the edging of some sort of tattoo. But that's really the two most interesting things.
Okay. And is this a like tattooed third eye, or is it an actual?
No, it's an actual
third, like
yes,
physical third eye. Okay.
Physical third eye.
Yeah. The doctor's gonna think to himself, "Don't stare at it. Don't stare at it. Hello, my good man." And then kind of proceed to give him a list of things that I need.
I feel like as we're walking towards the hot springs, we'll probably pass past the market, and I'll sniff around and say, "Man, I wonder if the doctor thinks this place is too spicy."
Just a cutaway scene, absolutely. The owner's name is Finley. Again, older orc gentleman, graying hair, that sort of thing. He and Harkin, casually speak. I mean, like, they obviously know each other. He sort of picks on her as like, "Oh, did you figure out that magical herb for your legs yet?" And she laughs and she's like, "No, I haven't found that one yet, Finn." You can tell this is like a normal thing for them. He gives you like a price for things, and then Harkin gives him this look. And then he's like, okay, no, I'm sorry. He knocks it down like, like a couple handfuls kind of thing.
Fantastic.
So you do manage to get everything that you're looking for.
Great. So I pay the man. Thank you very much. And we have a great day. Love the cat, love the tea. And then I turn around and I look at Harkin. I'm like, I very much appreciate your help in that entire transaction. Did you come here very often?
To be completely honest, Doctor, I lived here for a little bit. Finley helped me immediately after my injury, and when my family turned me out, I was much younger. So I stayed here for 2 years. You hear Finley from the back where he's like shutting doors. 2.5. 2.5. He was very kind. He taught me some of the herbs here. He helped me through some healing. Again, I lived here and I worked here for a little bit. And then I picked up and I started moving around and figuring things out. But I always managed to come back kind of once a year. In the same way that maybe Momentum comes to Comfey every year, this is a little bit like my Comfey.
Oh, well, that's very interesting and a nice little bit to know about you as well. I'm starting to gather notes on you, I guess, my dear.
Anytime you want to take them, Doctor. I believe that's part of friendship, is learning one another.
Absolutely.
And you guys kind of set off towards the caverns. My love, my dear Turtle Tibbity.
Yes.
I can only assume that you obviously want to go to Salt Caverns too, right?
Oh, definitely, for sure.
You want to go to the slums, don't you? You want to go to the dark side of town.
At some point, yes.
Okay. You know what I would love to do, especially because I forgot to write it in my notes. What's this? What do you want to name this slummy part of town?
You would ask me something like that.
I would. I'm evil like that.
What was the name of the city again?
Senien.
I'm terrible at naming things. You know this.
I'm just thankful she asked you and not me.
To be fair, I don't ask you to name things because you give me the deer in the headlights look. Yeah. And then you're like,
I'm like, I don't know.
Senien, play on sin, sinners.
I can do something with that probably. So keep it simple. How about like Sinner's Way or something like that?
Perfect. So Sinner's Way is how I'm going to describe it for sake of ease is that the salt caverns are sort of like on one end of the town when you go down, and then Sinner's Way is on the opposite. So they're like
away from the tourists.
Yeah, exactly. They sort of like disperse out, obviously, to pickpocket the tourists and the like. There are 2 major families here in Senien that are known for being a bit of mobsters, bit of a black market family, so to speak. You heard about one of them last time, the Chain Cuts, which is a goblin family that is also nomadic, but they do have a stronghold here in Senien. And then the other one specifically are the Killjoys, which are an orcish family. So that's the information that you get for free, just because of your traveling and such.
Yes. I imagine I've been through here a few times for various jobs and work. So I'd have a rough understanding of what's going on. And I'd feel like I would want to try, rather than going directly to the Chain Cuts, I feel like I would try and get some feelers out through the Killjoys first.
Okay. Are you trying to like specifically find a person from the family? Are you kind of just wanting to go down there and do a little bit of like observation and go from there? What is Tibbity's plan?
I imagine my relationship with either family isn't the greatest, if there is any relationship. So I think I would first like to maybe do a little scouting and get a lay of the land.
Okay, sure. So you head down to Sinner's Way. You can tell the difference as soon as you get to sort of that seedier part of town. You know, there's like more coverings over the alleys. It's darker, it's dingier. There's like more people hanging out in the alleyways versus like in the market stalls and such. And you make your way down. You're sort of on alert, I'm sure, because Tibbity understands this part of town. And let's say once you get kind of closer to the center of this area, give me an instinct roll.
12 with fear.
Man, y'all are doing so well building my fear back up. Especially because I used so much of it last time. I didn't even tell you.
Really?
Anyway. So I'll say I was looking for like a 9 or a 10, so you're good. And I'll get to the fear in a second. You're definitely able to find sort of one of those like stoop doorways, like against one of the buildings. And you kind of like post up, watch the coming and goings for a while. I'll say on a 12, you quickly figure out that the different families and the different sort of like gangs, they have different armbands. A lot of them are like just a swath of color. Some of them have actual like crests and things painted on them. The chain cut ones, it looks almost like a chainsaw blade. And the Killjoys, it's like a dagger with a big K on it. So you're able to kind of pick out a couple of those. I will say on the fear that after you've been here for a little while and you've kind of picked up on that, a couple people are kind of hovering. Like you can tell that there's some like pickpockets keeping an eye on you.
My thing is nice and safely stowed away in my shell, so for the most part. So, but I think I'll, do a little bit of wandering, see if there's someone I might be able to bend their ear on for a little information.
Sure. Before we do that, give me a presence roll.
9 with fear.
Everything seems normal. Totally normal.
I'm sure.
For a seedy part of town.
Yes.
Yeah, you managed to find a couple what look like maybe scouts, like younger kids with the armband on it. They've definitely got the Killjoy armband on, so they look like they're counting out like tips or something. They probably ran some deliveries and now they're like counting out some gold.
I don't want to scare them off, so I'll probably drop a few coins near them just to get their attention. It's like, I've got some information that your superiors might find interesting. Any idea where I might be able to find someone to talk to?
I'm gonna say one of the kids, probably like younger Furbolg. He kind of like looks up at you and he's got that like, like swath of hair that every like little shit teenage kid has falling over their eyes. And they keep like trying to shove it, like blow it out. Like, who are you trying to talk to?
I'm trying to talk to someone from the Killjoys about some shit that the Chain Cuts are up to that I'm not a fan of.
You new in town?
I've been through here a time or two.
That's code for new. Okay, so you haven't heard about the wedding?
No.
You know the Killjoys, and so the kid's gonna kind of turn to you and he's gonna look up at you with these big confused eyes and he's like, my guy, the wedding, the Killjoys, the Chain Cuts, they're merging. They're marrying off their 2 kids. They're gonna be like one big mob family.
That'd be an interesting coupling, a goblin and an orc. I've seen Stranger Things.
A minotaur and a seahorse.
Exactly. Yeah. But he's just he's like, you go to the killjoys about the chain cuts, you're basically going to the chain cuts.
Appreciate the info.
Scoops up your coins and kind of like toddles off. Give me one more presence roll.
Jesus. Even worse.
7 again with fear.
I will also take this time to remind my players that you may once per game as a homebrew rule spend hope to reroll entirely, if you would like to.
I'm good.
I love you.
Let you have your fun sometime.
Totally normal, seedy part of town.
Mm-hmm.
Can't imagine. Okay, we're gonna hop over to the salt caverns. I'm gonna say, especially given the pit stop and the timing, Kit Kat and Bang Bang, you arrive first. The salt caverns, you have to get down to the beach first, and then you sort of walk along the beach for a while, and then it is an actual like into like a cavern. You have to walk, and then you go like further in to get to the springs and the actual like salt mines themselves. There's sort of like it almost looks thrown together, but in the sense that it's like informal. It's like kind of a setup like stand so that you guys can kind of get like a ticket. They give you like some base rules and those sorts of things, and like a map.
No running, no diving. Got it.
Yeah. Don't lick the salt stalagmites, please.
Bang bang, don't do that.
Okay, Kit Kat. But yeah, you guys, you're told that you guys are more than welcome to don like swimming attire if you have it. There are some, private pools you can go to if you don't care about wearing clothes. There's like a couple different options. They do also have some like tunics that they offer for a bit of rental. They're basically just like white robes that you can like cinch and then go swim in and then put your clothes back on and such. So think of it sort of similarly to like onsen, like the hot springs in Japan. Very, very similar.
Right. So first off, we gotta secure the private springs.
Yes, because I think your newfound fandom will be a bit too much for the ladies around here if you just jump in.
Yeah, and I didn't bring any swimming attire.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
what I mean.
I'm
Like,
saying.
if I know you would prefer your birthday suit, and I don't think your new fan base can handle that yet.
You're right. They definitely couldn't. Their minds would blow. So yeah, we'll do our best to secure the private one. I'll go into one of the little dress cabanas and I'll just come out with one of the robes.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically the sort of like private springs, there's like a limited number of them. Let's say there's just like, 30 or 40 of them. They're first come, first serve. You guys are here pretty early, so you're fine. They're still available ones, not a problem.
Well, plus I would make that. Do you not know who I am?
I was about to say, Kit, why don't you make me a presence roll really quickly to see if the person recognizes you?
Already pulling that.
It's a 14 with fear.
I love this so much. I would just like to go on record stating that I started the Hollywood episodes with like 18 fear because I hadn't used anything you guys kept feeding me. And by the end of it, I had 9 fear.
And now they're back up to 18.
And now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm at 12 currently. So I just, for our dear listeners, just so that you guys are aware, as a reminder, in Daggerheart, when we roll higher with fear, the GM gets a fear point and then later gets to do that, to do scary, fun things. And so many things had to happen in the background the last game that I was like, man, I really depleted my fear. I should not have been afraid. I don't know why I was.
Count on us.
I know. Yeah. So, and I'm sorry, give me the number again, Dad.
It was a 14.
Okay. So I'm going to say it is a fawn woman sitting at this little stand.
Uh-huh.
She's probably about middle-aged for a fawn, like graying a little bit around the temples, but still like young by all means. She's got like curly auburn hair, and she's sort of like counting out all of like the tokens for the baths and things like that. And she, as you sort of come up, she looks up and she, like she like accidentally tosses the tokens and just like, they go all over the table a little bit. And Mr. Barr, Mrs. Barr, oh, hello, hi.
Hello, darling.
Bang, bang. Oh my goodness. I'd heard that you were coming. Are you here for the springs?
Yes.
Absolutely, of course. A private spring, I assume. You want the privacy.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely. She starts like clicking around. And she finally grabs one of what you're realizing are these, think Spirited Away, think the bath tokens that they have that she like kind of clips on, but they have numbers on them. And so she basically like grabs one up. It's got like a 15 on it or something, and she hands it over to you. She also kind of like swipes up a map, and she's like trying to babble over herself. And she's like, yes, so have you ever been here before? Can I explain anything? Can I help?
No, this is our first time.
Oh, of course. Springs have been here for millennia. They have only been used to the public for the last 40 or 50 years. We're told that there are healing properties in the springs and the salt that you take from them, from the caverns. We recommend not to lick the salt stalactites and stalagmites.
I'm going to motion over to the other two.
We also don't recommend to drink the spring water, although we do offer some clarified spring water in the marketplace a little further up if you'd like to take it with you, or if you'd like to take it for baths and the such. Again, supposedly there are healing properties to it. The token that I gave you is going to be the specific spring that you guys have. When you take the token, it's first come, first serve, and it's for the day. Generally, we take a cover fee. I couldn't take it from you. It's just such an honor.
Well, thank you, darling.
I wasn't there for the first performance, but I did come into town for one of them, and it was just glorious.
So glad that you can make
Cat, ask her if they have a masseuse on staff.
it. Do you have a masseuse?
We don't. Unfortunately, we've had that asked before. There are some services in town actually, and she points. You can see where the buildings meet, like the sand. Think of it sort of like a boardwalk.
Mm-hmm.
And she lets you know that like the end 3, there is like a masseuse, there's a healer, and then there's just like an herbalist shop where they have the sort of minerals, the water, and things that she talked about. But like those 3 on the end tie directly into the salt caverns. You can absolutely go there afterwards, and we have people all the time that go after relaxing and get a massage. And again, supposedly it's very relaxing and healing. But that token is good for the day. You guys can have.
I don't see anywhere where it says you guys serve champagne or anything either.
No, and she sort of looks around like she's gonna get some help. She's sitting alone at the table. There's no help. I'm so sorry to say no, but again, there are very, very nice food vendors, and you're more than welcome to bring it into the private areas.
What if I tipped you to just run along and get us a little supply of some spritzers and...
Give me another presence roll.
I know this guy. I have met this guy. Oh my god.
You don't want to massage
12.
with Bang Bang?
with fear?
Do you want to add any of your experiences?
I could
Up to you.
make a spellcast roll. I'm gonna enrapture her.
Okay. I'm gonna say you're gonna get an advantage die on this because she did recognize you. So roll whatever you need to roll and then add your d6 to that.
16.
Perfect. Yeah, she. Oh yes. I would be glad to. She sort of like smacks around again and she pulls out like an out to lunch sign, like sticks it on the front, gathers everything up, puts it in a box and like puts it on her side. And she like gives you directions, lets you guys know, and she just sort of like goes shooting off across the sand.
Darling, before you leave, if there's we have other friends if they happen to come in, a turtle, a mushroom, and then possibly a lovely, lovely girl with a wheelchair, maybe accompanying the mushroom.
I'm definitely going to say at this point, the doctor and Harkin probably would have caught up. So as you're sort of turning to watch her, Doctor, you and Harkin are like going down the sand, taking it a little slow in the arcane wheelchair, but you see like Kit and Kat at the front, and then this fun woman just goes like tearing past you, talking about refreshments.
Oh, well, I guess Kit's working his magic again.
I turn around and say, never mind, just the turtle.
Yeah, absolutely. You sort of powwow with them and they let you know that they've already gotten a private spring, all that fun stuff. And Bang Bang looks over and says, Kit Kat send pretty fun for food?
I suppose so, yes. I think they did, right? Correct. Is that where she was going?
Oh, yeah, she's gonna go get us some wine spritzers and I think probably some I think calamari is what I asked for. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys are more than welcome to enter into the salt cavern at any point. For sake of ease, there's basically 2 paths you can take. One takes you into the actual salt caverns. One takes you into the spring area. And then they sort of, they loop and then they loop back. It's one in, one out, easy peasy. But the salt caverns are like if you take the right side, and then like the springs are if you take the left side. Each of the springs is its own either path or cavern. And then the private ones, after you go past a couple of like the big public ones that are basically like big public pools and such, they have numbers on them similar to the token that you have. So easy enough to find 15. You actually found that she gave you one of the luxury ones, which means that there's like a silk like set area of like cushions and things. And there's actually like a really nice, if you've ever gone to like a really nice hotel and they have like the lotions and the perfumes and the things, it's like similar to that, but it's sort of like therapy oils. So there's like aromatherapy oil, and then there's like towels and those sorts of things. So it's like set out on a sort of like a tray.
Okay. I'm going to kind of step back a little bit to where Harkin and the good doc is at. I'm going to lean in and say, hey, Doc.
Yes.
I want you to keep an eye on Kat. She had like some sort of weird spell just a little while ago. So I brought her here.
What do you mean by spell exactly?
She looked like she lost her balance or something. Bang Bang kind of held her up, but...
What? Where is she right now?
She would be just slightly ahead of you with Bang Bang. It actually looks like right now, Bang Bang is pointing to all the things on the tray and like very specifically showing Pretty Kitty just... This one lavender, this one sage. Like, you already know all this. Like, this is probably in your wheelhouse, but again, you've become accustomed to Bang Bang, and he's like, he thinks he's being so helpful. He's like, this one good for Pretty Kitty if tired. We put lavender and
I'll take the lavender. Thank you so much, Bing. Thank you so much.
probably about like 5-10 feet away, like very close, but like enough that they can't hear you.
Okay. I'm going to look at Kate and go, if you don't mind, excuse me for a second.
Oh, no problem. I'm going to take off my robe and buck ass naked right there and walk straight towards the hot spring.
Doesn't even think he's a doctor. He's a fungal, doesn't think twice, because straight.
I feel like Harkin just sort of like blinks and is just like, somehow that doesn't surprise me.
I'm going to walk up to Bang Bang and I'm going to say, oh, hello, Bang Bang. How are you? How are you doing?
Dr. Friend!
Yes. Do you mind if I borrow a Pretty Kitty here for just a second?
And he gives you a very serious look, and he holds up a very tiny bottle, especially in his big ham hands. He goes, lavender good for Pretty Kitty, doctor. You help Pretty Kitty tired.
I'm going to give him the same intense look, and then I'm going to hold up one of those like Werther's original South candies that I have. I go, I will.
And we trade him off. Absolutely. And you see Harkin sort of, Bang Bang, if you don't mind, I'm going to need a little bit of help getting in. Do you think you could assist? Oh, yes, Harkin, I help.
Yes, I look at Kat. Your fine husband was telling me that you weren't feeling so well.
I'm just tired, Doc. I got a little faint. I think I got overwhelmed with all of Kate got swarmed by all of these fans, and
it's happening more and more here lately, isn't it? Was there anything else that was happening at the time you can remember?
No. I kind of felt like I was, you know how like sometimes you like remember a dream in the middle of the day?
Yes.
Kind of like that, but it was weird. Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind just taking a couple, and I take out a notebook, just a couple of minutes, and I'm going to like crawl up, like almost like with a viscous sort of quality to my hands up the side of this counter, so I'm eye level with her. If you don't mind, and I'm gonna take a couple of moments to do the follow my finger type thing, and then I open up the notebook and I ask you, as much detail as you could give me, what did you see?
Cannonball.
Okay. We're going to pan away for just a moment while you explain that to the doctor. On the outside of the cavern, because I assume by now you're heading over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, not finding much in the alley at the moment.
Yeah, that's some good information. As you come down the beach, you are right behind that same pretty fawn woman that I described, except for this time she is holding what looks to be like a picnic basket, like a woven basket over her shoulder with some like bottles in it. I mean, like this poor woman is like holding things.
And then she gets like to the table and she looks up and, oh, turtle, right. Yes, Mrs. Barr told me. And she's going to like shove all of it in your hands.
Yeah.
Spring 15. Please do tell the Bars that dear old Fiona the Fawn, one of their best fans, has sent that as requested.
What are they? Okay, thank you very much.
Waves as you go.
I'm a little hungry, so I'm actually going to bring it along with me. Otherwise, I'd just be tempted to stash it somewhere.
Yep. And I'm going to say you show up probably like a half hour after they've already arrived in there. By this point, Doctor and Kat, you can have had your conversation, can still be sitting, having the conversation, feel like maybe like feet in the water, something along that lines. Bang Bang has helped hearken into it. Kit is having the time of his life, buck ass naked. And you kind of walk into this.
What did you say to that poor woman?
What do you mean?
What is all this?
Those are the refreshments for the VIP treatment.
He paid her, Tippity, don't worry.
Did he actually pay her this time?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, she was given compensation.
Okay, at least he did that this time.
So, Doctor, through my eyes, I saw, well, that version of Kit curled up, sleeping, very, very naked. How much detail did you want?
I told you all of it. So I guess I'm getting all of it.
But I was just woke up and looking at him sleeping so sweetly beside me, and took a walk outside, seeing the moon in its full, beautiful self, and then that was it.
Interesting. Take a few notes and close the notebook up. Well, I've kept you for too long. What do you say we go hit the waves? What do they say? Is that a thing?
Sure.
All right.
Swim the salt.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on the other side and watch him, and just where I can soak without splashes in my face.
Just to give you guys a little spatial awareness. So most of the private ones are a little on the smaller side. Again, think of it sort of like when you go to Japan to the onsens. And if you go to the private ones, they're very small. They're like hot tub sized. You guys have basically gotten one of the nicer ones. So this is like swimming pool sized. So there's plenty of room. You guys can spread out. Kit can be doing his cannonballs and such.
I'm definitely running and diving.
Oh yeah, 100%. All the rules that they said not to. Again, there was that little sort of like breakfast tray set out of all the oils, and there was a big stack of fluffy towels. You guys also noticed that there are some of those spare, again, like swimming clothes that you can, buy, rent, etc. on the side if you need them. And then there's also a table and a couple of chairs, sort of the equivalent of like a cabana. You have like the table with the different chairs next to it. And then there are steps carved down into the pool itself. So like Harkin currently is actually sat on one of the lower steps where she's basically like kind of chest down in the water. Bang Bang is standing and it's only coming up to like even the deepest end, like it's coming up to like his stomach,
Yeah, I think the doctor is just not in the water. He's in one of those like lounge chairs, just like hanging back. Not taking the sun in, but just really loving being in the dark, as a fungal.
Hey, Doc, let's play chicken. Me and Bang Bang versus you in Tibbity.
All right, where's the chicken? I didn't see one. Did the fawn bring you one?
I can probably get her to bring me one.
Stop.
That brings up a good point. She got a pretty fantastic spread for you guys. There's like 3 different bottles of wines. There's those spritzers that you asked for. There's a bottle of champagne. There's also a couple, the leather sacks of like water. She did get you a calamari platter. There's also some assorted, the equivalent of like sushi for this realm. But then there are some other like fried foods. There's some like meats on a stick, like some of the street foods you would find. And there's a whole tray. Specifically, it has like cat written on it for you, and it's like a tray of chocolates. And like she just kind of figured like some sweet stuff would probably be. So you guys can spread that out on the table. You're gonna have it, but there's like you guys can kind of just have a little pool party and like a good old time.
Each episode.
Yeah.
Each episode.
I guess after finally just kind of sitting back and relaxing, I'll swim up to Kat and put my arm around her. Like, yeah, this is the life.
Everything I've wanted for you, my love.
You keep saying for me, it's us.
Well,
Us.
yes, I'm here with you, but I've wanted you to get your big break.
I think it's here. I mean, this is the lap of luxury we're going to be living on for the rest of our lives, at least.
It's gonna be great. This is fun. At least for the next year, right?
Wait, well, I mean, after, yeah, we'll do well, good enough and make enough to get that giant castle we've always dreamed of.
Yes. Oh, that spire.
Absolutely.
That's some deep lore, my dear listeners. If you want that, you have to join the Discord server. Find the link somewhere in all of our descriptions, please. I'm going to say while you guys are having this little romantic powwow, start feeding each other chocolates and crap, all that. Tivity, do you want to sit with the doctor? Do you actually want to get into the pools? There are some of the salt stalactites in the back you could look at if you'd like.
I was probably going to go near the doctor and hearken likely, just pick their brain on, what I learned. Like, doctor, mind if I ask you an odd question?
Oh, please. Those are the best.
I've seen some odd pairings. The heart chooses what the heart chooses, but have you ever? How would orc and a goblin?
Mm-hmm.
How would that work?
All right.
I mean, I don't need like the plumbing.
Hey, Tibbity, I can
explanation.
fill you in on that. See, when
That
when a
seems
ma-
like
when,
an
when
odd-
a mommy goblin really likes a daddy orc.
I throw a calamari at him.
He probably catches it in his mouth, honestly.
Well, if you're asking about the ultimate product of
Well,
such a
that just seems like an odd pairing. That's all.
I've seen odder,
Yeah.
honestly. Why do you ask?
I was doing a little digging around and scouting in the alleyway, Center's Alley, and I was going to try and get some information from the rival family because, I told you about what I found with the chain guts, following momentum, something going on there. But I was going to try and get a little bit of information from their rival gang, the Killjoys. Apparently they're coming together. They're joining forces through marriage.
Oh, well, in that case, I think that might be a question best left to Mrs. Barr over there. She comes from a family that is, I'm sure you know, very well to do, and within those sort of bureaucratic webs they tend to weave, it's not unheard of to have weddings or joinings that are strictly political. I would imagine that this is the same thing, but in an underworld scale. What bothers me, though, is that consolidation of power seems to be out of the ordinary for two rival gangs, being the only two, apparently, here in the city.
Well, at least the largest.
Tivity, how close are you to Bang Bang currently?
I mean, I imagine this area is not that large.
Let me rephrase the question. I apologize, my love. How much attention are you paying to Bang Bang currently?
I imagine he's kind of hard to miss.
Such a non-answer. I love you. You guys are speaking, and as you guys kind of get to the tail end of this, Bang Bang, who had somehow managed to basically like sit crisscross in the middle of this pool, and it still was like only up to his neck. He's just kind of like chilling. He stands up suddenly and goes like tearing towards the front of the cavern.
Should we follow?
I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hop on, if you're okay with it, hop on your shell and just kind of like ride you.
The doctor just backpacks. The turtle.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like,
Yep, ride the turtle.
yeah,
What do you
absolutely.
suppose that's all about, love?
I don't think I've ever seen Bang Bang move that fast.
Did something bite him? Is there something in here?
There's not anything in the water. He said something about goblin eyes and then took off. Harkin is saying this from the edge of the pool, and she's like, I'm a bit indisposed until the giant man moves me, so.
Oh, shit. We can... let us help you out.
Oh, no, it's all right. It's all right. I don't mind. I mostly was making a joke, I promise.
But we can get you to your chair if you want, or we can try.
Let's see what happens. The big man might have it.
And I'll lean back.
It's like good enough.
Water.
Yeah, good enough for me.
You guys come out into the cavern just in time to see Bang Bang has scooped up. You can't quite see it because you're kind of looking like at the back of Bang Bang at this point, but you can see him like holding something. I would also just like to make a point. I was giving you guys a little bit of freebie here. I had Harkin and I had Bang Bang roll that same presence check that I had Tivity do. And Bang Bang got double 5s.
Oh, whoa. Nice.
Harkin got like a 6.
Way to go, Bang Bang.
So, good job, Bang Bang. But anyway, so yeah, this is what you guys come upon basically, and right into the alley, and you hear, not nice, goblin, bad goblin, no spy.
Bang, 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 bang. What's going on?
And he whips around, and you guys see that he is holding a diminutive goblin woman. She's got bright red hair that are done up in like these sort of twin buns. She's wearing a full black like cat suit. The only bit of color that's like in her attire is she's got this bright yellow scarf around her neck. That's actually kind of like slightly tucked into her cat suit right now. But she is just like feral at the moment. She's like, hey, let me down. I didn't say you could pick me up, you giant ham hands. I was walking by. And he's like, no, bad goblin. I saw goblin eyes. I know goblin shadow dark magic. I know.
Let's take this a little bit more and somewhat a little bit more private and usher them back into the cavern.
Hey, is it just one of my fans being a pervert?
I don't think that's the case, but you never know, especially with your fans.
Well, I hate to leave you on another cliffhanger, guys, but that is where we are going to call this episode to a close. Next time, we'll learn a little bit more about this mysterious goblin that Bang Bang has currently hanging and dangling above the other two adventurers. Could it possibly be a perverted fan of Kit's or someone else? You'll have to come back next time to find out. In the meantime, as I always like to remind you guys, if you just absolutely cannot wait until our next episode, please be sure to go check out some of our friends, the Dodo-born crew, Queen of Daggers, Heart of Fire, Tales by Daggerlight, and we also have plenty of streams on our newly rebranded Discord server, The Mimic Society. All of our videos are slowly being reposted to YouTube and all those places that you can stream them. Things like Magical Malady, our Kids on Brooms campaign that just had its season 1 finale, Miami 86, and so many others like Cosmere, where you get to hear Justin, our own good doctor, running a game based on the Brandon Sanderson books. Also, at the time of this recording, please keep in mind that a couple of us lovely, wonderful people are going to be at Gen Con next week. Keep an eye out. There's some surprises we'll be putting on our socials. Things like hidden mimics, getting to meet some of us, and maybe even sitting at a table with us. I hope you truly enjoyed this episode, and until next time, guys, stay nerdy.